Now, one of the better ways to move and get ahead in life, okay, and when I say move, I'm regarding in your dating life, is to carry yourself and act as if you assume that she has no interest in you at all times. No matter who you're around, no matter what woman is around you, it is best to carry yourself and act as if she has no interest in you at all times. Now, this is completely counterintuitive, once again, to how most men date and to how most men carry themselves. So what you're going to hear when it comes to conventional advice or conventional wisdom is you're going to hear things like always assume interest, or you're going to hear things like, carry yourself as if all of the women like you. I think that that's complete bullshit, and it is destined to fail, and here's why. When you carry yourself as if she likes you, you fall into one trap, and the trap is reciprocation. You act as if you're so overly confident, or you act as if since she likes you, you start to reciprocate interest. So what do? You start talking to her more. You start smiling more. You start acting more confident, let's say. And what that translates to is better eye contact, smiling more, better mannerisms, better nuances, better body language, and you assume that you're getting somewhere. See, this is one of the biggest traps that men fall into, is they believe that by acting as if she has interest, it's going to display his confidence, when in reality, more often than not, the opposite happens. So think about it this way. When you fall into reciprocation, you typically get hit with a pullback. And you get hit with a pullback in any way. It doesn't matter if it's a first date. It doesn't matter if it's a girlfriend of 6 months to a year. When you start reciprocating the exact interest level that she's at, you're typically met with disinterest. Now, let's go back to my original statement. Carry yourself and act as if the woman has zero interest in you. Well, how would you act and how would you carry yourself if you believe the other person that you're talking to has no interest in you? What would you do? You probably wouldn't make very much eye contact. You probably wouldn't talk to them a whole lot. You probably wouldn't feel the need to say, hello right away, or even goodbye, okay? Or if you're leaving, you wouldn't feel the need to make a gesture that signals care. You would just kind of do your own thing. That's how you act if you believe that somebody doesn't really care about you. Well, what happens? You will naturally become more masculine. So she's going to start to look at you and she starts to say, why doesn't he like me? Why doesn't he open up to me more? Why doesn't he smile at me? Why doesn't he want to talk to me? Why doesn't he want to signal care? Why doesn't he want to have this genuine human-to-human connection with me? And instantly you start to look stronger than the rest of her options. So what you have to remember, okay, I'm going to tell you why this is so important. The reason why this is so important is because women have so many options. You need to think about this for a second. The reason why dating is so brutal is because women at any second of the day have hundreds of options on their cell phone. They could load up an app and go out on a date with anybody. And majority of men do not flake. Majority of men really want a girlfriend, and majority of men always believe deep down that this is their only chance or their only opportunity to see her, or to maybe, make a good first impression, that they're always willing to show up and they're trying their best. So because of that, majority of women never feel disinterest or what it feels like to not have a bunch of options. Majority of women a lot of times also know that at any given time they could find a man who wants to be with them, take care of them, and probably provide a good life to them or for them. Because of that, her respect level naturally starts to decrease towards men. So this is one thing that you have to know. I'll explain here in just a second. The brutal fact, the brutal reality that a man has to understand today is that majority of women can most likely replace you at any given time, which means they're never actually building a genuine bond with you. You're not even getting to really know the person. You are specifically and strictly an option that woman is testing out. And as she's testing out if she likes you or not, she can leave you at the drop of a hat, at the drop of a dime for somebody else. She's not building connection with you. She's not trying to go to that next level of actually having a relationship with you and really focusing on you. She is focusing on her immediate needs. And on top of that, she doesn't want to waste time with the wrong guy. So what you're going to run into is this. She's going to look at you. She's going to test out what you're like. Maybe she'll even sleep with you. Maybe she'll even go the distance of seeing if she can get you attached to completely emotionally break you, and then she'll leave you. Because you're an option to test out, and women only want the strongest. Women only go for the strongest. Women only go for the guy who can satisfy her hypergamy and her emotions the best. So what you're going to really find as you age and as you get older is women a lot of times choose the worst men for them because he's most emotionally stimulating. I'll say that one more time. Women oftentimes choose the worst men possible for them because he's most emotionally stimulating. So this is why a lot of guys, what you're going to notice is they don't have a lot of motivation a lot of times to even go the distance or perform or follow their own purpose and stuff in life, because they realize that a lot of times acting like a total piece of shit gets you further when it comes to the dating game, right, than doing anything the proper way of leveling up and staying true to your path and staying true to your purpose. But what you have to do is you have to look at this not from the angle of getting women. In life, you have to look at this from the angle of your own journey and your own self-fulfillment. And this only starts to click when you realize that no matter who you are, no matter if you're that bad boy, no matter if you're that guy who, it doesn't matter. When you start to realize and you start to understand that you are only an option for her, and you're an option that she can leave very quickly, and she is strictly testing you out to see if you're a good fit for her, and oftentimes she will leave you simply by you building too much of an emotional attachment. You finally start to live life for yourself on your own terms. You have to get to a point where every decision that you're making in life, you're doing it for you and not for her. From the car you're driving, to the clothes you're wearing, to the things you're paying for on a month-to-month basis, to the house you live in, to the career that you're chasing, everything has to be aligned because it's who you want to be for your own character identity. So, if all of that makes sense, now we have to come full circle. Well, what would full circle be? Full circle would be, it is far better to assume that the woman that's in front of you almost automatically by default has no interest in you. If you're around a group of 10, 15 women, let's say you're at a social event, a party, a club, anywhere, and you act as if nobody has interest in you, watch what happens to your character and your demeanor. A lot of times you'll come across as more arrogant, more inwardly focused. You don't really give a shit who's around you, and because of that, watch what happens. Out of that group of women, a few of them are going to start to gravitate towards you because you've signaled no interest, you've signaled that you don't care, and you've signaled that you don't feel the need to communicate with any of them. And instantly the question in their head goes, why? Why doesn't he want to talk? Why doesn't he act as if he has interest in me? Why doesn't he act as if he's trying to talk to us? You'll see this a lot of times with guys. They'll try to assume interest, or they'll try to act like they're just this ladies' man, and they start talking to all of these women, and all it takes is for one or two of them to look at the friend and go no, and all of them start to reject him. When you act as if nobody has interest in you, the woman doesn't have interest in you, and you're more inwardly focused, you carry yourself with that arrogant aura, you'll notice specific women start to initiate communication and conversation with you first because of your disinterest, because of your focus on self, because of your lack of care. Now check this out, okay? This is one of the dudes in my community. He goes, 43% done. School says I'm 43% through the Language of Women course. He goes, I got 4 girls' phone numbers tonight at work, and I've literally got 2 women waiting for me to get off so they can hang out, LOL. He goes, this shit works almost too good. Can't believe I'm capable of this. Okay, when he says can't believe I'm capable of this, this is why I created my process to help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. And right now, I have over 2,000 guys inside of this community. I have over 2,000 guys inside of this community learning this process and taking these processes at an even deeper level. And the coolest thing about this is I built a step-by-step step-by-step process to give you the best chances of not only dating success, but the real core reason why I built this is because I want to make sure that the women or the woman that you really want that relationship with, she doesn't desire to pull away or to leave you heartbroken. So when you have these processes, you can actually get results faster, and you can finally know what to do and you can know what not to do, because most guys have this mindset that he just said in this last sentence. His last sentence, he said, "Can't believe I'm capable of this." See, that's the thing. Most guys at a deep down level don't even believe that they can get success. They don't even believe that dating success is possible for them. And it makes sense, because in today's modern world, when they're interacting with modern women, what they're typically met with is disinterest, women who don't text message them back, women who have no desire to go out on a date, and women who maybe they match with on an online dating app, but for some reason she doesn't respond and now she doesn't ever see him. That's what guys go through. So because of that, at a core level, when you go through that for a certain amount of days, weeks, and months, or even years, your core identity, you start to not even feel like you're capable of success. So when I see that, when I see a guy in there say, "Can't believe I'm capable of this," that is exactly why I built this. I advise you after today's video is over to join us inside of this community, because I know just how well this can impact your dating life too. Most guys right now are completely checking out of the dating game. They are completely giving up. They're completely giving up. And this is why I want you to really believe this at a core level. If you just stick with me and you keep watching the videos that I make for you, if you just stick with me and you join that community that I built for you so that way I can help you learn, understand, and master the language of women, okay? If you actually dedicate a little bit of time to learning this skill when it comes to dating and female nature, since majority of men are giving up, listen closely, it is easier than ever, okay? I really believe this at a core level. I think it is easier than ever to start to pull ahead or to pull away from all of the men who are not putting in the work and get results. I really believe that now in your dating life, with just a little bit of effort and your own self in developing, I truly believe right now it is easier than ever to attract a woman, because majority of men don't try, majority of men do not watch videos like this, majority of men have no idea what they're doing, and because of that they spiral downwards until they just quit. Well, since more and more men are doing that, be part of the select few that doesn't. Be part of the select few that dedicates all of their time to themselves. Be part of the select few that's willing to go and get results. This is how you become a winner, because at the end of the day, you have to really ask yourself, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a guy who gives up, or do you want to be a guy who goes after what he wants? And that right there is what it comes down to.